And we are watching that chance of rain heading our way for Saturday. Next several days, though, will be dry after our morning rain. The second half of the day has been very nice. We're under mostly clear skies outside. Now, the humidity is high. The dew points didn't come down much at all behind our front. Well, it was really more of a storm system that moved through. No real cooler air. We're in the 60s, some upper 50s farther north. But with the humidity not having dropped much, we will likely see some fog develop as these temperatures continue to get closer to the dew points. And they're already pretty close. Now, we have seen at a few locations the dew points drop by a couple of degrees. Again, that's a measure of the moisture in the atmosphere. And the dew points have been much lower just to our north. So it is possible those dew point values could come down a little bit more, allowing the temperatures to come down a little bit more. But both the temperature and the dew point are going to be basically the same, which is when the humidity value is near 100%. Light winds are almost non-existent winds outside at the moment. All the conditions necessary for some patchy fog. Patchy dense fog advisory is in effect through the overnight and into the morning tomorrow, so just be mindful of that as we start our Tuesday. Very spring-like, no real cold air in sight. This going into next week as well. Mostly dry through Friday and then tracking that chance of rain as we head into Saturday, which as of right now, as it stands, the parade will roll at 10 a.m. on Saturday in the channel, but the problem is that's about when some of the rainfall will begin and intensifying as we go later into the day. Here's what's going on. System that brought in that storm complex is now moving well off to the north. We also had a complex of the storms that are now down into the eastern Gulf off the west coast of Florida. At the moment, we're under clear skies. We didn't really see much of a cool down, and in fact, you're kind of hard pressed to find real cold air across much of the nation. Chilly, yes, but near seasonable, and then especially along the Great Lakes is probably where the coldest of the air is, and that's about where it's going to stay over the next several days. So very spring-like for most of the nation. What we're going to be watching, though, in the upper atmosphere toward the weekend is this. You see this little kink in the isobars? This is an upper level trough. This is what will trigger our rainfall. Not really a front associated with it, but it will bring in the instability and plenty of moisture around to help fuel these showers, which at times will become a little bit more intense, especially after 10 a.m. when the parade would be getting started, or as of right now is getting started, some scattered showers. More numerous, though, and at times heavier as we go throughout the rest of the afternoon, and then not really wrapping up until the early evening hour. So as it stands right now, looking to be a wetter Saturday. Now, also the way it stands right now, not a severe threat, at least for now. We'll see. Could have some heavy downpours, but not much of a severe component to the rainfall on Saturday. When we could see a severe component is Monday. Another chance for storms. That one, though, would be associated with a stronger cold front.